day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Iowa State Cyclones and the Baylor Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Iowa State's head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. From the wideout. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cyclones can really attack on this second and short. The play fake. Under pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Rayner. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Bears offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes DJ Lagway. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. The give. Thrust that arm out. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for room. It's Beal. Open space at the 25. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bears have taken it inside the 20. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Lagway to pass. Rush right in his face. It's picked off, and that's number 10. There he goes. The 50. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. The defense putting points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Left side, it's Brown. Oh, what a cut! At the 45 on its way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can...
A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. Throwing, Lagway. Got his man. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! And they got him.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Lagway fires to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here on third down. From the gun on third down, Lagway. Just gets rid of that one.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense in press coverage. Sets his feet. It's Rayner. Holds on. It's Jackson. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the defense knew this was going to be the guy the offense was trying to get the football to, so it looks like they've got a plan for him. Nice job.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out wide left, it's Hayes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Cyclones come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Tight end now in motion. Out of the shotgun on third down. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Cyclones! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff to the lone back. All over him immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Lagway wants to throw. Rushes on. Breaks loose. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. Turns it upfield. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
In the red area, it's Turner. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might as well run him again. Maybe headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Let's see what the Cyclones offense has dialed up for this drive. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking for a man, it's Rayner. Incomplete, big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for running room. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return. the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Quick handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The handoff. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone.
Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. The fake and wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They even things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Here's Lagway to pass. Right side, it's Turner. At the 40, there he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Quick give. It's Morris. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Beal.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing, Lagway. Out wide right, it's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Left side is Williams. Touchdown Bears! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Ready to try the point after.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Working the ground game. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here.
Snags it, and there's running room. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Cyclones peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. From the gun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Cyclones are marching down the field. They'll move the tight end. Trying to establish the run. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Sells to fake. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Got him quickly. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try the right side. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lagway. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Lagway wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Oh, pressure's coming. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tough run here, it's Morris. Powers through the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State's offense heads out to get this drive underway. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Cyclones spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here comes the heat. Finds a man in the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Timeout call by Iowa State. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Right on target this time. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Drops back. It's Sprainer. Fires complete on the crosser. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. As productive as these 2 offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Lagway to pass. Right side, it's Brown. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Booster, booster! Western! Ready, go!
Wants to throw one first. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on third down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. The Bears will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Cyclones will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, the Bears head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Just feeds the running back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He'll try the left side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing, Lagway. Grabbed over the middle. It's Livingston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Lagway from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. The Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Let's see what the Cyclones offense has dialed up for this drive. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. The short hands. It's Greenlaw. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's going to run it. QB got it himself. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play. He'll take the deep shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They're all over it. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway hauls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. No room to bring it back. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
Moves the pocket. It's Rayner. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quick give. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Cyclones have their offense in high gear. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Greenlaw. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Pulls and fired complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the Baylor sidelines, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. On the ground, it's Beal. At the 35, he's got more. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Lagway. Out wide right, it's Morris. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Tight end now in motion. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They put the brakes on him.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Out wide left, it's Livingston. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The run to the left. Ran through the contact. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
He's changing the play. Lagway wants to throw. Gets rid of it.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Break
They've played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Touchdown, Bears! Fitted in the window for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Iowa State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. They were all over it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Uh-oh, look out. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Livingston. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He breaks the tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Lagway to pass. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Hand it to the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Cyclones moving quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Turns it upfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
The Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air. It's Rayner. Snags it. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Drops back on first down. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Working the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Cyclones, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. Looking to pass, it's Rayner. Rush right in his face. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir, we're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only do they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
A snap wants to throw to start this drive. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Look out! And it's his 4th interception of the game.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Changing the routes with his receivers. Using his legs. It's Beal. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get